Standing as one nation, under one flag, and as one people. And now please rise and welcome hometown rising country star, 16-year-old Chelsea Kavanaugh, as she performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see that the dawn's early light? What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last.
Eight days ago, Niagara trounced Siena in Western New York. Tonight, the rematch as the Saints look to turn the tables on the Purple Eagles. MAC Basketball is next on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Union Center in Albany, New York. This is Siena College Basketball on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, and it's brought to you by Trustco Bank. Tonight, the MAC's first place team, the Purple Eagles of Niagara, battle the Saints of Siena. We welcome you here to the Times Union Center along with Tom Herter. Robert Lee, please, you could join us on this frigid January evening. Tom, Saints a lost weekend in Buffalo, lost 2 games by a total of 55 points, including a 23-point drubbing at the hands of this same Niagara team last Thursday. If they want to turn the tables tonight, they'll have to do so without Rakeem Brookins, Emo Silas, and Ryan Oliver all out for tonight's game.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for the Saints because Niagara was the hot shooting team in Buffalo in that game, putting up 87 points. The Saints will have to figure out a way to replace the 17 points lost with those 3 players, and they've struggled all season long scoring the basketball, only 58 points a game. Can they keep up with the Purple Eagles? Time will tell.
This pregame show is sponsored by CDPHP. CDPHP, a plan for life. Right now, we're going to welcome in the third member of our broadcast team, YNN's Marissa Jacks.
Well, Robert, you guys talked all about the bad news for the Siena Saints. Let me talk about the good news. 2 players returning to the lineup for the green and gold. The first is Rob Poole. He was out for 4 games. He was battling the flu. Now, that's very good news because he's the second leading scorer on this team, averaging about 13 points a game. The Saints need that. The other guy back, Trinity Burdine, got those academic issues worked out, and he's back on the floor. So there's the good news for the Saints tonight. Robert?
All right, Marissa, thanks. And before the game, we did talk to Siena head coach Mitch Bonagiro, the All-Star Wine and Spirits, keys to the game.
Well, the one thing is we got to have less turnovers than we had in the last game. We had 20, so we got to keep it around 10 or 12, and we got to play the game at a tempo that we're comfortable at, which is going to be in the 60s.
And defensively?
Well, we got to do a better job in our zone. They got a lot of 3-point looks. They hit 12 threes in the last game, so we got to make sure we play the shooters with a sense of urgency and get our hand up and contest the shots.
Tom, turnovers could be a key factor in tonight's game. Niagara is first in the MAC in turnover margin. Siena, dead last.
Well, and the tough thing for the Saints is slowing down the great backcourt of Niagara, Mason and Green. Those 2 players averaged 34 points a game collectively, about 8 rebounds collectively. They shot the ball well in Buffalo against Siena, and a matchup nightmare for the smaller backcourt. Rakeem Brookins may be out of the game, but Evan Hymes is going to play a lot. And at 6'3", 200 pounds averaging for those 2 players, that's a lot to ask for Evan Hymes.
Upstate rivals will square off next. It's Niagara and Siena from the Times Union Center in Albany, and it's coming up on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Bridge of
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel coverage of Siena College basketball is sponsored by Trustco Bank, your hometown bank. By HRS Construction, serving the greater Capital District. Visit our website at hrsconstruction.com. And by CDPHP. CDPHP, a plan for life.
Starting lineups have been introduced. Niagara and Siena set to get after it on a Friday night here in the Capital Region. Starting lineups are brought to you by HRS Construction. Visit their website, hrsconstruction.com. Niagara, 4-guard lineup. Wanye Green, the reigning MAC Rookie of the Year, along with Tajir McCall, Niagara's leading scorer, Antoine Mason, Amin Tanksley, and Devin White up front. Saints will go with a much different starting lineup with all those injuries and players out of the lineup tonight. 3 guards, Evan Hymes, Richard Dew, and Rob Poole making his return, along with Odi Anasicki and Brett Bisping along the front line. Joe Mahalik, the head coach of the Niagara Purple Eagles, in his 15th season, 257 and 197 his overall record. The longest tenured head coach in the MAC, has led Niagara to 2 MAC championships. Saints led by head coach Mitch Bonagiro in his 3rd season, 31 and 50, 9th season overall. Our officials tonight, Donnie Epley, Jim Haney, and Wally Rutecki. Saints win the opening tip, and they'll have the ball in the offensive end in the home white jerseys. Niagara beat Siena 87-64 just 8 days ago as Bisping off the mark. The rebound brought down by Tajir McCall.
Niagara starts off in the zone defense. Expect the Saints to play a lot of zone defense this evening, but right now they open up in man-to-man defense.
In both games against Canisius, Siena came out with 1 possession of man defense and then went into the zone for the rest of the game. Devin White to the basket, lays it up and in.
And that may be why right there. Siena not guarding the screen and roll very well. White gets the easy one to start Niagara off.
Devin White, a 5th-year senior, a transfer from LaSalle, averaging 6 points a game. Bisping, 2-point shot. And the rebound, Wanye Green, the MAC Rookie of the Year last season.
And the freshman, Brett Bisping, with 2 good looks early on, just came up a little bit short.
So if you missed the pregame, Saints playing without Rakeem Brookins, Emo Silas, and Ryan Oliver, all out with injuries tonight. Saints sticking the man-to-man. Mason, the 3rd leading scorer in the conference. Wild look, gets it back, nice shovel, laying it up and in, Amin Tanksley.
And Saints had good position defense by Bisping and Poole, but then the strong hands of Antoine Mason knocks the ball away and leads to another easy bucket. Niagara out to a quick 4-0 start.
Davis Martin's getting up to check into the game for Siena. The Saints feed the post to Anasicki. Evan Hymes, the open 3. He got it.
Deep shot right there. Good inside-outside action. Odi Anasicki catching it a ways outside of the paint. That's about 2 or 3 feet outside his comfort zone. But smart play by the senior, kicking it out to Evan Hymes to get him going.
Players to look for Niagara included number 10, Wanye Green, now shooting the ball from the left baseline. And missing the shot was McCall, and a foul on White on the rebound. No. Yes, it is on Devin White, his first.
Weak side rebound right there, called. He threw Rob Poole to the ground.
Number 10, Wanye Green. Number 14, Antoine Mason. And number 11, Amin Tanksley, their 3 leading scorers. Into the game, TJ Klein, who had a good game against Siena last week, had 13 points, was 5 out of 6 from the field. Poole lost the ball on the way up, gets it back. Anasicki backs in Klein, had the shot blocked.
Good
Loose
help
ball to Antoine Mason.
Good help defense by McCall. Klein was going one-on-one, but McCall came down quickly to block that shot.
Foul on Davis Martins. Niagara comes in 7-1 in the MAC. First place, 11-8 overall. They've won 4 in a row, 6 out of their last 7, and 8 of 10. So playing well are the Purple Eagles in first place.
Good aggressive dribble drive right there by Tanksley, a left-handed performer. Went hard to his right.
Tanksley knocks down the long jumper, 4 points early on for the sophomore from Philly. Niagara in that win last week made 12 of 24 three-pointers and missed their last 6. So they were 12 of 18 at one point, just torching the Saints from beyond the arc. Anasicki throws it down.
Great ball movement against the zone defense. You love it when teams hit the high post. That allows the post player roaming the baseline to get free, and that's exactly what happened. Odi Anasicki, he won't get too many easy ones like that tonight.
McCall lays it in. Saints offense or defense offering token resistance thus far.
Yeah, they have not protected the rim. All of Niagara's points have come on point-blank shots.
Get it into Yanosicki again. They single team him. Now they double him. Richardou. Tanksley the board.
Tough shot right there. One dribble pull-up, and on the dribble, he went closer to the defensive player.
Strong move to the basket by Mason, rebounded by Yanosicki.
Strong move, but not a great shot. I'm sure Joe Mahalik was not happy with that, but Niagara's been moving the ball well and crashing the glass.
OD back in the national lead in rebounding, 11.6 a game. Yanosicki strong, taking a foul and a timeout. 8-5 Niagara leads just over 4 minutes into the game on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Need a mortgage? No points, no PMI, no tax escrow, no broker fees, flexible lending options, and low mortgage rates.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here you go, breakfast sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts.
What's in it?
Turkey sausage.
Turkey what?
It's good. You'll like it. Try it.
Amazing.
Dunkin's new turkey sausage breakfast sandwich. Surprisingly great sausage taste with under 400 calories. Try one today. America runs on Dunkin'.
She's in a meeting. Could you call back in 15? Not now. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Love to, but can't. I'm sorry. She's very busy.
Enjoy the rich taste of Dunkin' mocha lattes and coffees. Now in dark chocolate. Indulge in one today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Free interest-bearing checking accounts, free debit cards, and completely free use of over 50,000 ATMs worldwide, plus pre-wards, which earn you cash back. Move your money to Trustco Bank.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Saints come into the game at 4-15, 2-6 in the MAC, currently in 8th place. They've lost 2 in a row and 13 of their last 15, but have won 2 straight here at home over Canisius and St. Peter's. Trinity Burdine, who's missed the last handful of games, has checked in for Siena. Was out with an academic issue, is now back in the playing rotation and has checked into the game.
And we've seen the last few possessions for the Saints going inside to OD Yanosicki, being guarded by TJ Klein, the freshman for Niagara. And you can just see the senior sensing a mismatch with the freshman. And Klein, I'm sure, is going to be a very good basketball player for Niagara. But OD Yanosicki is just so strong and so mature as a college basketball player. That's a lot to ask for Klein inside. It'll be interesting to see how long Niagara stays with the zone. The Saints early on to move the ball well enough to get a couple back buckets.
We saw a lot of production over on that Siena bench. Rakeem Brookins out with a back injury. Emo Silas tweaked his ankle earlier this week. And Ryan Oliver missing a 3rd straight game with a knee injury as Yanosicki missed the first free throw. Silas, a good interior presence, a starter. Brookins, 12 points a game, also a starter. Oliver, kind of a role player so far to this point in his career, but nonetheless, the Saints with only 8 scholarship players tonight. OD makes 1 out of 2, right at his 50% season average, and the Saints cut the lead to 2.
Soft touch right there by OD. Saints throw a little 3/4 court press at him.
Burdine at the top of that. Trinity, 3rd-year sophomore from Reading, PA. Press broken easily now. Wanye Green, the open 3. Yanosicki snatches the board. Saints will reset with 23 on the shot clock.
Good active hands by Niagara defensively, knocking the ball out of Evan Hymes' hands.
Poole, the top Top of the key three. He buries it.
Welcome back, Rob Poole. What you're worried about with Poole coming off the flu and being out for an extended period is his stamina and strength. He showed good strength right there, catch and shoot variety.
Lost 12 pounds with the flu, missed the last 4 games.
If it weren't for being sick, I'd love to catch the flu.
Klein missed the 3, and Davis Martin's the loose ball rebound.
Davis Martin's checking in early for Brett Bisping, getting some solid minutes.
First lead of the game for Siena, 9-8. Done a good job shooting the ball from beyond the arc so far, 2 for 2. Hymes hangs in the air. Klein the rebound.
Tough shot, but shows some of the athleticism of Evan Hymes. He lost the ball on the way up and was even able to shoot through contact because Mason did a good job of just holding his ground, but Evan just elevates, able to re-catch and still get a good shot off.
Wanye Green tried to draw the foul, ends up throwing up an air ball. Berdine the board. Saints will run. And turn it over. TJ Klein will race in uncontested and lay it in. Klein, the son of Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman. Also an Olympian, Nancy Lieberman. Klein hails from Plano, Texas, a freshman, scores his first 2 of the game. Gives Niagara the lead. Saints set up some spacing here. Martins, tough shot is up and in.
Good defense, better shot right there. Davis Martins used all of his 6'9" frame, even put the ball behind his head a little bit and gets the tough shot. Tough defense right there by Niagara.
13 minutes left to go. Saints lead a low-scoring affair, and that's how Siena wants to play tonight and for most of the rest of the season. Keep the score down, limit the possessions. Wanye Green scores in a foul.
Tough drive right there. And that's where when you're 6'3", 195 pounds, you have the strength to get by guys on the perimeter and also take contact and finish.
Davis Martins picks up his 2nd foul of the game as Richard Dew will check in for Rob Poole. Martins will stay in the game. He's really got to. There's nobody else to come in except for Bisping. Got pulled early. Want to welcome all of you watching from all across the Empire State on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, especially those of you in Western New York, home of Niagara University. Wanye Green completes the 3-point play. Back into the game, Devin White. For Amin Tanksley also checking in. Malcolm Lemons, he replaces Antoine Mason, Niagara's leading scorer at 18.5 a game. He has not scored yet. Lemons did not play in the last 2 games, including the game against Siena. .16 on the shot clock. Saints get it inside the arc to OD. Pounding his way towards the basket. Had the shot blocked away. Berdine, the loose ball. Gets the roll.
Good job of Trinity Berdine just kind of hanging around and is able to get the easy bucket. OD Anasicki drawing a lot of attention down low.
Marvin Jordan is checked in as well for Niagara, a 3-point sharpshooter. White, fadeaway jumper, and rebounded by Anasicki.
OD has been strong around the basketball. Loose balls, rebounds. Anytime he gets a fingernail on it, it's in his hands.
Already his 3rd board of the game as Berdine buries the 3. Trinity had a season average with 5 points. Saints have made their first 3 3-point attempts.
Saints will need a steady diet of those shots to keep up with a very good offensive team in Niagara, especially if they stay zoned.
Nice look down low for White, who lays it in.
Good ball movement, but a breakdown for the Saints in the zone. White roaming the baseline, cannot get that free.
Martins puts it on the deck. Accidental pass to Berdine, who lays it in again. 7 quick points for Trinity.
And once again, Trinity just in the right place at the right time, hustling and has a nose for the basketball in the early going.
Wild shot is up and rebounded by Anasicki again. Saints a run 4 on 3. Hymes shakes and through the hands of Berdine, a turnover. 10:44 left first half. Saints lead it by 3. Trinity Burdine has not played in several weeks due to an academic issue. He's got 7 points already.
Well, he's fresh, and he's showing that maybe the time off allowed for some active legs because he has been around the basketball, knocking down one perimeter shot, but also getting some points in the paint.
Let's send it over to Marissa Jacks.
Guys, trainer Dan Taylor and the rest of the guys jumped off the bench and basically walked halfway across the court to get to Trinity Burdine, to give him a high five, to give him a little words of encouragement, because this team has been behind this kid. They understand that he's struggled a little bit this year in a couple of different areas, and they wanted him back on the floor. So those guys very happy to see him produce right now. Robert?
All right, Marissa, Trinity missed the first 3 games of the season with a suspension, then has missed the last handful of games with that academic issue, but everything back in good order for Trinity and making his impact felt on the court. 3 out of 3 from the field. Also has 2 rebounds and an assist. And the Saints playing well early on, lead it by 3.
They will take it while they can. Again, this is a team in Niagara that Siena just lost to recently by 23 points. And with the injuries that the Saints have in this game, just hanging around is all they want to do.
Lemons the open 3. Anasicki, another rebound, his 5th. Trinity shovels it down low to Anasicki. Tough shot is no good, but he's fouled. Another foul on Devin White. That'll be his 2nd.
Yeah, Devin White asking the official what he did, but he did come over the top of O.D. Anasicki. You like the way they let the contact go early on, but right there, just coming over the top. And that's kind of what a crafty senior is going to do to you. He's going to just continue to work until he has any little bit of an angle to get himself to the line or to the rim.
Rob Poole back in for Siena. Antoine Mason and Amin Tanksley check in for Coach Joe Mahalik.
One shot, guys, one shot.
Odie's 2nd free throw at a silent Times Union Center is no good. And Klein the rebound. Biggest lead of the game now for Siena, 19-15. As Niagara has not found the range from beyond the arc yet. Antoine Mason on cue, his first 3 of the game.
I think Antoine heard you. He disagrees.
Purple Eagles as a team only 34% from beyond the arc. Mason is 33%. Not a tremendously high percentage, but he can catch fire. Hymes, strong take to the basket. Rebounded by Tanksley. Mason catching fire. Antoine Mason was 6 in a timeout.
And Evan Hymes with the nice call made. I agree. Let the big players, if they're going to stand their ground, you can't make that call as an official, and Evans got to simply finish that shot. And if he can't finish the shot, they can't dribble drive. And like you mentioned, Antoine Mason starting to heat up back-to-back threes. It's amazing. A team can struggle for 10, 11 minutes of game action, knock down a couple threes, and it changes the complexity completely.
Antoine Mason, the son of former NBA All-Star and 13-year NBA veteran Anthony Mason, who was at the Niagara Siena game out in Western New York. Poole, Hymes, Burdine, Anasicki, and Martins for Siena. Saints trail by 2 after a back-to-back Mason threes. A bit of a zone look here, maybe 1-3-1 variety or extended 2-3. Poole gets the roll, a 2-point shot.
Foot was on the line, but good penetration against the zone defense, dribble drive and kick, and Poole stepped into that deep shot.
5 points for Rob in his return to the lineup. was really playing well before he went down with the flu. Wide open, Amin Tanksley lays it in.
And the Saints really falling asleep with those offensive players along the baseline. That's Trinity Berdine's man or Davis Martin's. It's either the wing has to drop down or the center isn't guarding someone.
Knocked away from Anasicki. Berdine the loose ball. Hymes lays it in and a foul.
And there's the finish that the Saints need. You can't always expect calls to be made, but you do have to finish through contact. Hymes did that after the loose ball.
Klein the foul, his first. Now Niagara really only has 2 front court players. TJ Klein, Devin White. They do have Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas plays sparingly, a sophomore from Miami, but White already has 2 fouls. Klein now with 1 foul. As Hymes will go to the line. Completes the 3-point play, 6 points for Evan Hymes.
A sophomore from Miami. What is he doing in Buffalo?
May ask himself that question on days like today. Saints try to trap half court. Now Wanye Green will settle it down. Green, a terrific player, already closing in on 900 points in his career as a sophomore. Nice look to Tanksley, who's fouled and goes down hard. Grabbing at his hand, goes down hard. And a timeout. 7:53 to go. Siena students are back in session. Classes are going on the Loudonville campus, and Siena leads Niagara 24-23 with just under 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Robert Lee, Tom Herter, Marissa Jacks, our Time Warner Cable Sports Channel crew with you from the capital of the Empire State, Albany, New York. Early on, Saints shooting 56%, 9 out of 16. Niagara also 56%, 10 out of 18. But Niagara 8 assists, no turnovers, but Siena 7 assists, 2 turnovers.
Yeah, it's been a very efficient game both ways. Obviously Niagara without a turnover and Siena just 2, so that's a great start for the Saints. One of the turnovers led to an easy bucket for Klein, but it's been a pretty efficient game, and Niagara 2 of 5 from downtown Siena, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line.
We mentioned in the pregame show the turnovers. Saints are last in the MAC in turnover margin. Not only is Niagara first in that category, they have the very impressive daily double. They force the most turnovers and commit the fewest. That'll win you a lot of games as Tanksley makes the first.
That's what having a strong and talented backcourt will do for you. Wanye Green, Mason, Jordan, playing a 4-guard lineup has worked for Joe Mahalik.
Mason the rebound and the missed free throw.
You don't often see a missed foul shot not go in the hands of O.D. Anasicki. That time the ball came off hard, and Mason able to pick it up. Another possession for the Purple Eagles.
Bisping now at the bottom of the 2-3 zone. Wanye Green takes it right around a couple of defenders, missed the layup, and pull the board.
And that was too easy. Wanye Green doesn't miss many opportunities like that. Strong drive. The Saints have to protect the rim a little bit better if they're going to try to prevail in this game.
Giving up a lot of high percentage looks to the Purple Eagles. Good fight between Klein and Anasicki on the block. Good job by Klein hanging in there.
Saints are not giving O.D. Anasicki enough looks inside. They really need to go inside.
And Evan Hymes turns it over.
And this is where the man-to-man defense of the Purple Eagles is going to bother the Saints. Siena doesn't have that breakdown offensive player. Rakeem Brookins out of the lineup. He's the one guy, if the offense isn't doing much, you can give the ball to him on the perimeter and he can make things happen. This lineup for the Saints right now may struggle with that on the perimeter. They need to continue to look inside to Odianisicki. He has an early advantage, especially going up against Klein as a freshman.
Jordan buries the three. Deep three for Marvin Jordan gives Niagara the lead.
Marvin Jordan, as a junior, he was the heralded freshman when he was on this Niagara team. Could score points in a lot of ways. He's kind of given in a little bit to this talented sophomore backcourt. But Marvin Jordan's a guy who can, if you don't blink, he can put up 20 on you.
T.J. Klein just picked up his second foul, and the aforementioned Miami native Joe Thomas will be forced to come in. So Niagara's top two front court players, White and Klein, each on the bench with 2 fouls. Joe Thomas, 6'7", 2 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. They get it in for Berdine, who scores.
Mental lapse right there for the Purple Eagles. Good pass by Hymes. Quick release by Berdine. The Saints get another easy bucket. They continue to just hang around with the Purple Eagles.
Berdine with 9 points now. Green steps into a three. Wanye Green with 6 points.
Another open three for the Purple Eagles.
Just came off a screen and took an open three. Berdine airballs the three-pointer. Wanye Green the board. He'll run the break. Nice look to Thomas, but it goes through his hands. Berdine the steal. Evan Hymes out of control to the basket and draws the foul.
Gets bailed out with that foul. But you love that Evan Hymes is pushing tempo. Turnover by the Purple Eagles. See Rob Poole going behind the screen right there. I'm not sure Siena wants to go behind too many screens for Wanye Green. 37% three-point shooter. And, you know, Wanye Green's a scorer. He's a streaky shooter. He's a better scorer. You don't want to get guys going by giving them easy looks.
Rich Adu into the game for Trinity Berdine. Gets a nice hand as he checks out. He's leading the Saints with 9 points tonight. Wanye Green averages 16 points a game. 6th in the MAC, also 3rd in the MAC in assists and 2nd in steals. Evan Hymes with 7 points. Down low, Thomas. Hook shot is up and in.
And again, that is just too easy for Niagara. Where's Emo Silas? He's out with an injury, but that's a shot that Emo easily blocks. The Saints, they either need to do it with on-the-ball defense or help defense. They're getting neither around the rim. Too many buckets in the paint for the Purple Eagles.
Poole a three. Knocks it down. Rob Poole not missing a beat. 8 points now for Poole.
Deep shot right there by the sophomore.
Poole averaging 12.5 a game.
And he was playing very good basketball before he went out with the flu. Hopefully he still has his legs in the second half.
Green well short on the jump shot. Out of bounds to Siena. Both teams really scoring the ball well. Saints at 58% from the field. Niagara 57%. This for a Siena team that's last in the MAC in field goal percentage. 39%. But getting good looks and making them. Odianisicki backs in Thomas. Spins baseline off glass. Thomas the rebound. Jordan. Adu the rebound on the weak side.
Nice strong weak side rebound by the freshman.
Hymes into traffic. Draws another foul.
Wow, that's a tough call. Tough call. I'm not sure what Thomas could have done differently. I'm not sure Evan Hymes was completely in control.
Joe Thomas picks up his first foul.
Well, if you're watching the game through purple and black glasses, I'm not sure you agree with that call. The folks watching with green and gold glasses appreciate it.
Evan Hymes to the line. Into the game, Trinity Berdine replacing Rob Poole as they manage Poole's minutes. Still not feeling 100% after that long bout with the flu. So Berdine back in for him.
Well, they really need to manage his minutes in the first half. They don't want to wear him out in the first 20 minutes, so he has nothing left in the tank. And he also needs some fluids as we see him drinking some water on the sideline.
9 points now for Hymes as the Saints tie it at 32. Marvin Jordan wide open, knocks it down.
You just cannot leave Marvin Jordan that wide open. The Saints not doing a good job with the screens in their zone defense. Wanye Green able to dribble off. He draws another defender. That leaves Jordan wide open in the corner. He is frankly too good of a scorer to allow him that many open looks. He's had a lot this evening.
Jordan set the Niagara record for three-pointers by a freshman as well as by a sophomore. So an excellent three-point shooter. Anasicki out of control, gets it to a do. He'll shoot a three. And the board down to Tanksley. Long pass ahead, wide open. Antoine Mason now skips it to nobody. So he goes out of bounds and a timeout. Good one from the Times Union Center with 3:19 to go.
Is sponsored by Plan for Life. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel coverage of Siena College basketball is sponsored by Trustco Bank, your hometown bank. By HRS Construction, serving the greater Capital District. Visit our website at hrsconstruction.com. And by CDPHP. CDPHP, a plan for life.
Saints are 4 out of 6 from beyond the arc early on and 2 for 2 from Rob Poole.
Yeah, Rob has not shown any of the effects of coming off an extended absence because of the flu. Early catch and shoot three-pointer. Foot on the line, deep two-pointer, soft touch. Niagara mixing up defenses. Man-to-man defense right there, not an easy shot. And the sophomore knocks it down. Saints with 32 points, high-scoring first half for them. They average 58 points a game.
Hanging around with the first-place team in the league, 35-32.
Matchup zone defense for the Purple Eagles.
As Poole knocks down another jumper.
And again, another offensive player that got lost again in the zone defense. Niagara turned their head. Poole cut along the baseline, and he got the open look.
Saints playing well here, 35-34. They trail after losing to this team by 23 points last week. Mason, tough three. Just trying to draw a foul. Instead, it's rebounded by Thomas, blocked out of bounds by Bisping.
First time any Siena player has elevated to attempt to block a shot. The entire game has just been hold your ground, don't foul, give up layups. That time, Bisping knocks away the layup.
Tanksley, the quick fire jump shot is short. Rebounded by Green. Missed the putback. Burdine the rebound.
And Green has missed a few layups that he normally makes.
Green is 2 out of 8 from the field. Does have 6 points and 7 assists already. Touch foul on Marvin Jordan. Got to put Poole at the free throw line. 2-and-1 for Poole, a 76% free throw shooter. Into double figures for the 12th time this season. Gets the roll. Joe Mahalik not happy with the officiating here so far. Having a chat with Wally Rutecki. Rob Poole with 12 points.
Very important points. The Saints have to take advantage of those foul shots. That is not one of their strengths all season long, and Rob Poole steps up to the line and buries 2 big ones.
Nice look down low for a foul. Amin Tanksley will go to the line after the foul against Burdine. Be Trinity's second.
Trinity Burdine has done a good job protecting the rim for Siena. Tanksley earlier almost had his arm taken off as he wasn't allowed to make the layup, and right there, Burdine does a good job of contesting that shot, making sure it's not a 3-point play.
Tanksley, a 66% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. 10 points, 4 assists against Siena last week, already up to 8 points in this game. Make it 9. What a seesaw battle here. A lot of lead changes and ties.
Well, if you're Niagara, you're waiting to explode. And if you're Siena, you're just hoping that you can continue this pace.
Anasicki missed the tough leaner. Now Niagara will run out. Marvin Jordan hacked in an intentional foul on Evan Hymes. 10 lead changes in the game and 5 ties, as now Marvin Jordan will go to the line for 2 shots and Niagara will get the ball. Did not make an attempt to play the ball.
Well, he just grabbed him.
First foul against Hymes, 2 shots for Jordan. Missed the first. A 79% free throw shooter.
And that's kind of a momentum killer for Niagara. See, here's where they want to take advantage of this opportunity. Foul shots and the basketball. And you know that's going to be in the back of their head, missing those 2 foul shots. It's how equally as important Rob Poole stepping to the line for 1-and-1, knocking down 2. Get those points when you can. Niagara just a little bit out of sync right now in this game.
Purple Eagles average 74 points a game, so right on pace right now. But the Saints well above their season average. Mason, strong take to the rack, and he scores.
Well, fighting through a lot of arms and creating space with that strength.
3-point lead for the Purple Eagles with 1:15 left in the first half. Hymes lost it, another turnover. Wanye Green leads a 4-on-2. And he is fouled and score the basket. Rob Poole his first. And Niagara has matched their biggest lead of the game. Wanye Green, a runaway freight train in the open court.
Well, just the strength to play through it. Can't say that enough this game. You know, Niagara with a backcourt the size that you would see in the Big Ten.
Tom touched on it earlier. Technical foul. Technical foul, I believe, against Niagara.
I believe it's on Thomas.
Joe Thomas picks up a technical foul. Green 6'3", 195 pounds. Antoine Mason 6'3", 210. Tanksley, who plays the guard position, 6'6", 200. So big guards for the Purple Eagles as Evan Hymes to go back to the line for 2 shots. Off the technical foul against Joe Thomas, his second of the game. So now Thomas, Klein, and White, Niagara's 3 front court players, all have 2 fouls. Saints 8 out of 11, make it 9 out of 12 from the free throw line. .11 points for Hymes, being told that the technical foul was for taunting by Joe Thomas. But he'll stay in the game with 2 fouls.
Sometimes you'd love to see warnings. Stop the game, clean it up. You know, but we live in a day and age where they're going to the monitor looking for issues instead of trying to keep guys in the game or avoid the game being affected by the officiating. And it's not always the official's fault. That's just the way the game is officiated in today's environment.
10 on the shot clock, 40 seconds left. Poole wide open. Rebound volleyed around to Green. He'll run the break. Mason a three. Could have held for one there. Instead, Siena will have the ball for the last shot. Temper is flaring a little bit here. Time. Did something over towards the Siena bench. We didn't get a look at it.
I'm sure there's not a lot of angels on the floor right now. Things are going back and forth, heated. It's just a matter of, I think the players need to clean it up because right now there's going to be an emphasis on some of the extra chippiness. Neither player really liking each other's reaction, but really nothing there.
He might have gotten Poole's arm off him in a little more vociferous of a way than Poole would have liked. 27 seconds left. Saints can hold for one here. Let's face it, Niagara never a team that's really known for their defense. But 38 points for Siena, an impressive total in the first half.
Yeah, Siena shot the ball well in the first half. They've limited their turnovers in the first half. That's helped them. And Niagara, a little bit off. They're a little bit out of sync, especially Wanye, Green. Mason had those two earlier threes. Nice dribble drive, but they haven't necessarily gotten in their flow offensively.
Saints can hold for one here, and they will with 15 seconds left. A score could cut it to a 2-point or possibly 1-point lead. 8 seconds left. Burdine. And a foul. A tough call against Niagara going over the back. It's going to lead to free throws with 0.4 of a second left.
Well, Bisping had inside position, and he had two hands on the basketball. I'm sure if we see a replay, we'll see contact, not necessarily with the ball, but with the arms. Good position right there by the freshman.
Yeah, Mason just kind of chopped him.
Took a pretty good hit across the side.
Mason picks up his first foul. So Bisping to the line, 77%. Scores his first point of the game. Had a career-high 11 points against Niagara last Thursday. And gives Siena a boost going into the locker room. 42-40, high-scoring first half.
Big momentum boost going into the locker room.
42-40, high-scoring first half here in Albany as we head over to Marissa.
Thanks, guys. Mitch, obviously a very tight game right now. You guys are doing a good job working the ball around in that half-court set and getting some very good open looks.
Yeah, our offense, that's the best offense we played all year. Made some shots, moved the ball well. Odie, I thought, got some nice touches, and just got to do a little better job on the defensive end.
I was going to ask about defense. Do you feel like they're getting too many open looks in the paint, too many easy shots there?
Yeah, they're dissecting our zone, cutting guys through. We're not reacting well, but they're a good scoring team, so we got to show up the defense.
Mitch, good luck in the second half. And guys, last time these two teams played, Mitch Bonagero said the same thing. Basically, Niagara really dissected that zone last time. That was something he wanted to work on this time around. I'm sure they'll come out better in the second half. Guys.
All right, Marissa, thank you. The score at halftime, Niagara 42, Siena 40. Halftime show's coming up after this.
Second all-time leading scorer in USA women's soccer. Abby Wambach is a game changer. But so is Louise, health benefits administrator for her company. She chose MVP Healthcare. More than 30 years strong, with nationally recognized quality and customer service. Well played, Louise. Well played. Game-changing plans for game-changing employers. Learn more at discovermvp.com.
Mark Thomas Men's Apparel, 5 Metro Park Road, right behind the Macaroni Grill on Wolf Road. The finest men's clothing store in the Capital District. Quality clothing for today's well-dressed man. The best Italian and American suits, sport coats, and sportswear from some of today's top designers. All our alterations are included in our own on-site tailor shop. Mark Thomas Men's Apparel, 5 Metro Park Road, right behind the Macaroni Grill on Wolf Road.
On and off the court, Mark Thomas is in for the winning look all season.
All-Star Wine and Spirits at Latham Farms is loading up for the holidays. No need to fight over nickels. Shop low prices with our knowledgeable staff. Stop by and check out a great selection of New York State spirits. All-Star Wine and Spirits, where you don't have to look like a warehouse to have warehouse prices.
Here you go. Breakfast sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts.
What's in it?
Turkey sausage.
Turkey what?
It's good. You'll like it. Try it.
Amazing. Dunkin's new turkey sausage breakfast sandwich. Surprisingly great sausage taste with under 400 calories. Try one today. America runs on Dunkin'.
She's in a meeting. Could you call back in 15? Not now. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Love to, but can't. I'm sorry, she's very busy.
Enjoy the rich taste of Dunkin' mocha lattes and coffees. Now in dark chocolate. Indulge in one today. America runs on Dunkin'.
All-Star Wine and Spirits at Latham Farms is loading up for the holidays. No need to fight over nickels. Shop low prices with our knowledgeable staff. Stop by and check out a great selection of organic wine and spirits. All-Star Wine and Spirits, where you don't have to look like a warehouse to have warehouse prices.
Halftime from the Times Union Center in Albany. Niagara leads Siena 42-40, and it's brought to you by Trustco Bank. Here on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, Robert Lee, Tom Herter back with you. And Tom, the Saints come off a game against Canisius that they scored only 44 points the entire game. They have 40 at halftime. It's 42-40, unexpected first half.
A tale of two games, obviously. With Berdine and Poole back in the lineup, they have really infused some offensive firepower for Mitch Bonagero. Poole with 12 points in the first half and Berdine with 9. They were sorely missed while they were out, and they are very welcome back today.
Both teams shooting right around 50%, and both teams doing a good job taking care of the ball. Niagara, 11 assists, 2 turnovers. Saints, who've just been very poor in assists and turnover ratio all year, 10 assists, 4 turnovers.
Yeah, and the more surprising stat is on the Saints side, because usually they're the team that is upside down. Less assists, more turnovers. Niagara has been very good this year in that department, so not surprising from the Purple Eagles. And they have carved up the Siena zone a little bit, but the biggest story is Siena's ability to score in the first half to keep up with the Purple Eagles.
Marissa Jacks is with us tonight as well. Marissa, tell us a little bit about what you saw.
Well, Robert, I'm really glad that Mitch Bonagero said this was the best offense his team has played, because that's definitely what I saw as well. Siena was very patient. They didn't force too much. They didn't rush their shots. They worked the offense that they had set up going into the game all throughout the week, and they waited until they had a good look, till guys had open shots, till they could get it into Odie, and he could find maybe a little hole there or a lane where he could cut right to the basket. Now, he didn't have a ton of points in the first half, but I thought he did a good job drawing the double teams in and getting the ball back out to somebody who was open very quickly. That's a big reason Siena is right in this and shooting so well. On the defensive end, though, we're right under the Niagara basket. Siena really has to do a better job in the paint. I think because they are so short-staffed right now, there's a little bit of a concern of foul trouble, and that's what I've seen in terms of breaking down the zone and letting even some of the guards like Wanye Green get to the basket too easily. Siena has to be tougher under the basket on defense right now. Guys?
All right, Marissa, thanks. And both teams have gotten a lot of different contributions from different players. Saints have had 6 of their 7 players who've played score. Niagara's had 8 different players score.
Yeah, Niagara is the high-powered offense, and Siena defensively with those new players, they'll have some breakdowns, but this game has been all offense. Second largest halftime scoring effort for the Saints so far. 10 lead changes in this game, 5 ties, so it has been back and forth.
It's been an exciting affair from the Times Union Center. We'll take a break, be back with plenty more. Niagara leads Siena 42-40 on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Niagara leads it by 2 at halftime. We'll send it over to MJ.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Lieutenant Carrie Thomas of the Stop DWI office. Now, Lieutenant Thomas, thank you so much for joining us. We know that Stop DWI office is sponsoring this event, but you guys are doing a lot of initiatives to not only get people aware about drinking and driving, but also driving while ability impaired. Just tell us about some of the other initiatives that you have.
Well, a good portion of what we do is a public service announcements to get the word out, educate the public about certain risks that we believe exist. One of the major things that we're trying to attack right now is drug driving. Prescription medication, many people are on prescription medications. A good portion of our population are taking them, and we're not sure that they understand that when they get behind the wheel after taking these medications, they may impair their driving, and they could face potentially criminal charges if they get in an accident or crash or something bad happens.
I know that we've seen accidents in our area where that is the case, but how big of a problem overall is that with people maybe not doing it on purpose and not being out there to hurt other people, but maybe being a little naive to it?
Yeah, we think that people think that because they're taking medications and it may be a legal medication, that they think that they're fine to get behind the wheel. But if they read their warnings, and the warning says they shouldn't operate machinery or heavy machinery and make them dizzy or anything like that, they probably should really consult with their physician to make sure that they should be driving. They get behind the wheel, and it's no different than if they're drinking alcohol. Some of these people they're taking many different medications, and it's creating quite a problem out there, we see.
Now, what is your office doing to get that message out there and to make people more aware?
We're doing many different public service announcements. Tonight's game, we're dropping different literature into the crowd. We have bulletin boards or posters that we're planning on putting in doctors' offices and pharmacies, billboards, bus ads, taxi cabs, things of that nature.
Lieutenant Thomas, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. We appreciate your efforts. Robert, let's send it back to you.
All right, Marissa, thanks. We will take a break. 42-40. Niagara leads it at the half. First half stats coming up right after this. Halftime at the Times Union Center, Niagara leads Siena 42-40. Saints down by 2, but in last Thursday's game, they were down 6 at halftime. Niagara opened the second half on a 27-7 run, put the game away. Saints have got to keep plugging away.
Well, the Saints did a good job in the first half of taking care of the basketball. If Niagara blows this open, it will be because of turnovers. If the Saints can take care of the basketball, they can stay in this game. And when you're playing a team at 7-1 in the conference and you're 2-6, you really just want to hang around on your home court. If the Saints can do that, they may have a chance for the upset. They did it against Canisius on this floor. They're going to try for a sweep against the Buffalo contingent.
Niagara has not swept Siena since the 04-05 season. Saints looking for their third consecutive home win. Let's take a look at our first half stats. And both teams shot the ball very well. Niagara 50%, Siena 48%. Good shooting from beyond the arc. Saints with a big advantage from the free throw line where they've been doing much better of late. And look at those turnovers. Great job by both teams. Only 2 for Niagara, 4 for Siena. We'll take a break. Second half action is coming up. The Purple Eagles lead the Saints 42-40 on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
College basketball. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel coverage of Siena College basketball is sponsored by Trustco Bank, your hometown bank. By HRS Construction, serving the greater Capital District. Visit our website at hrsconstruction.com. And by CDPHP. CDPHP, a plan for life.
That's set to start the second half here at the Times Union Center in the state capital of Albany. Niagara 42, Siena 40. Welcome those of you watching all across the Empire State on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. The rights to this broadcast have been granted by today's participating schools. Any rebroadcast or republication of this program without the consent of Time Warner Cable is strictly prohibited. This program is a production of Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Start of a busy weekend of Siena basketball here on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Saints on the road on Sunday against Marist. That game will be televised on these same outlets as well. 2 o'clock start, Saints and the Red Foxes in Poughkeepsie. Saints looking to avoid their third straight losing season, which hasn't happened since the 1994 to 1997. So it's been a while since the Saints have had 3 straight losing seasons. In order to finish the regular season 500, just even, the Saints have to win every game the rest of the regular season.
Well, putting that in perspective, since Siena joined the MAC in 1990, they have been the most successful program in the MAC. Not only during the regular season in MAC-only games, but also overall record. They've had the most success in postseason. So this has been a rough stretch for Siena fans and Siena from a one-loss perspective. And on the flip side, you've got a Niagara team coming in as the hot team in the conference. 7-1, sitting atop the leaderboard. They took their lumps in the out-of-conference schedule, but they also had some narrow defeats, some close losses, and a tough road schedule in their out-of-conference. So Niagara just starting to hit their stride.
They have a very young team. This Niagara team is loaded for future ball. A junior, 3 sophomores, and a freshman. They're 5 leading scorers.
Yeah, and it starts with their 2 sophomores in the backcourt with Mason and Green. Those 2 players, you just throw at them 35 minutes and they're going to get you close to 20 points each a game. That's a luxury for a coach.
McCall, Mason, Green, Tanksley, and White starting 5 for Niagara. They feed the post to White, shoots it from 15. Bisping the rebound. White only played 5 minutes in that first half.
Tough start. Coaches don't come out of the locker room and draw up plays for your 5th leading scorer on the court. And White quickly turns and takes a tough shot, medium-range jump shot. Empty possession for the Purple Eagles.
Poole squares up for 3. And rebounded and a foul, and Wanye Green goes down as Poole helps him up. Rob Poole picks up an early foul, his 2nd.
Well, stupid foul, but a better play by helping Green up. Poole knew he made the mistake, and we talked about the game getting chippy in the first half. It's good to see it start right there. The first bit of contact, not reacted negatively, but Poole helps Green off the floor.
Tajir McCall played only 7 minutes in that first half and had 2 points. He's got the ball. Gets a screen from White. Nice look to Tanksley. And a foul. That's on Burdine. It'll be his 3rd.
And it all starts with the ball screen and how the Saints are defending it. The Saints guards are getting picked off, and then the center in the zone has to step up. That allows the man along the baseline, Tanksley, to roam free and get an uncontested shot. That was obviously contested, but way too open at this level. Teams are too good, players are too good, they're going to score.
Tanksley 3 out of 5 from the line after missing the first. They'll leave Burdine in with 3 fouls. He starts the second half as Tanksley gets 1 out of 2, 10 points. It is Poole, Anasicki, Hymes, Burdine, and Bisping. So Niagara breaks out some pressure. Did not press much in that first half, somewhat surprisingly, for a team that's as turnover prone as Siena is. On the shot clock. Hymes will pull the trigger on a long 3 and score.
Well, you don't need movement with that shot. Evan Hymes, offense stalling. He just dribbles up and hits a deep one. That kind of makes you remember the Canisius win on this court where the Saints just hit some shots that the opposing coach had to just shake his head and didn't think it would last.
14 for Hymes, ties the game. Wanye Green. Almost turned it over. Out of bounds to Niagara. 16 on the shot clock.
There's a lot of bodies on the floor going for that loose ball.
Looked like Bisping touched it last.
Shot clock did not reset.
10 to shoot. Another foul on Poole. That'll be his third.
Again, there's the defense against the high ball screen. Rob trying to go over the top. I'm not sure you need to with McCall. If he goes behind, then the help defender does not need to step up, and you don't need to guard White 20 feet from the basket.
Tanksley lost it. Somehow comes away to McCall. Poole's got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls. Can't be reaching in.
And Burdine is just all over the floor, diving and scratching his way, looking for those loose balls.
He has 3 fouls as well. Green down the lane, lays it in.
And that is just way too easy for a man to go from the top of the key with a defender 5 feet in front of him and lay it in with the left hand. That is just a lack of defense for the Saints right there.
The Red Sea parted there as Green took it down the lane. He's got 11 points. Anasicki, a little bit out of control. Bisping under the basket. Awkward passing, turned over. Tanksley the steal. Green all alone, lays it in. Timeout Siena. Wanye Green with 13.
At the defensive end, they've given up 2 layups to Wanye Green and 2 foul shots to Tanksley that were around the rim. So their interior defense right now is lacking. They miss Emo Silas.
Coaches versus Cancer as we watch some of the action from the last couple of minutes leading to the timeout, the Green layup. Coaches versus Cancer from the American Cancer Society, really a terrific cause, and the coaches get behind it. 1 weekend a year they wear sneakers instead of their usual dress shoes with their suits. This is that weekend. We asked Coach Bonagiro about it before the game.
Well, this is Coaches versus Cancer Sneak Awareness Weekend, and all the coaches around the country wear sneakers just to make people aware of the effort that we're trying to put forth in terms of raising money for cancer. The coaches across the country do a great job. I'm very involved in the Capital Region raising money for cancer, so there's no better cause, and we try and make an awareness weekend, and this is the weekend, so I'm sporting the green Nikes.
I like that, Nikes.
The green Nikes. There is nothing new school with that man right there. Mitch Bonagero, third season as a Siena coach. He's been in the basketball world for a long time. 75 grad out of BC.
Some other scores from around the MAC tonight. There are 3 other MAC games going on as we speak. 16 minutes left to go. Iona 54, St. Peter's 42. 17 minutes left. Loyola 32, Manhattan 26. And 14 minutes left. Canisius all over Ryder, 44-28.
That was a close game at the half, so they've blown open the second half. Canisius, that is.
Ryder into the game at 6-2 in conference play, one of the biggest surprises in the league. But being blown out on their home court.
Siena has seen them twice this season.
Last night, Fairfield just crushed Marist, 71-37, the final.
Yeah, I think the bigger number that jumps out at you is not necessarily the 71 points, but the 37 points that Marist was able to muster.
Almost another turnover. It's Niagara really turning up the pressure here.
Well, and Evan Hymes kind of disappeared for a second.
Hymes had 4 assists and 4 turnovers in that first half. And a foul. Tajir McCall, his second.
A little bit too aggressive right there. Got into Rob Poole.
Saints out of the timeout, looking to find some offense here. Shot the ball 48% in the first half. Niagara really turning up the defensive pressure in the man-to-man. Anasicki single team by White. Faces on him and draws the foul. Third foul against Devin White. Niagara, one of the few teams we've seen this year not double teaming OD Anasicki.
And that was just a smart play by OD Anasicki. I mean, we can see why he's got a high GPA, because right there, the hand on his waist is something that the defender can't do, because you can't control where the offensive player goes. And by swinging his arms through and clearing the basketball, it's an easy call for the official. Smart play by Anasicki.
TJ Klein checks in for Niagara. It's an athletic block by Amin Tanksley on the layup by Burdine. McCall missed the layup. McCall missed the putback. And a foul against Amin Tanksley reaching in on Rob Poole.
Strong rebound right there by Rob Poole. I keep waiting to look at Rob Poole and see him look fatigued after coming off of the flu. McCall misses a couple bunnies right there. Sophomore, tough rebound in traffic.
Lower scoring start to this second half. Niagara led by 2 at halftime. Anasicki D'd up by Klein. Get it back into OD. Foul. And a timeout. Third foul against TJ Klein with just under 16 minutes left to go.
$50,000 ATMs worldwide, plus pre-wards, which earn you cash back. Move your money to Trustco Bank.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
We know how much you enjoy the heart-pounding, thrill-seeking sensation of your day-to-day routine. But seriously, have you ever considered slowing down a little?
Tired of the same routine? Have we got a trip for you? Delicious dining, exciting entertainment, and thrilling gaming action at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. All for just $69. Enjoy round-trip transportation, hotel accommodations, and a casino bonus. These trips are going fast, so book yours today.
Yankee Trails will travel. People with the right connections.
Need a mortgage? No points, no PMI, no tax escrow, no broker fees, flexible lending options, and low mortgage rates.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fans fans young and old enjoying tonight's contest here at the Times Union Center. 11-8 Niagara leads 4-15 Siena by a score of 47-43. We're told that's Olivia who's enjoying the game. She's got her Siena Saints dog bone there. Saints down 4, trying to break a modest 2-game losing streak. Niagara has won 4 in a row, and they have some fans here as well.
And for as much attention that OD Yanasicki is getting, not only with Siena's offense early on in the second half, but also with Niagara's defense, OD just 1 of 5 from the field with 4 points. Evan Hymes leading the way for the Saints with 14, and Wanye Green leading the way for Niagara with 13.
Green's also got 7 assists. Amin Tanksley, 10 points. Green actually has 6 rebounds as well. He's within range of a triple-double. Hymes with 14 and 4 assists. Poole with 12. Burdine with 9 early. Saints have the ball out of the timeout. Lob it out top to Yanasicki. Almost an over and back violation. Another foul.
Thomas holding Yanasicki, not allowing him to cut to the ball side.
His 3rd of the game, so now all 3 front court players for Niagara have 3 fouls. White, Klein, and Thomas. Nice look to Poole. Shot blocked by Wanye Green. And another foul. It's Joe Thomas. It's his 4th.
Well, good resiliency right there by Poole. He got blocked once. Good recovery. Burdine with the pass, and Poole went right back to the rim. A little blocking call right there.
Well, they'll leave Thomas in the game with 4 fouls. Already 6 fouls against Niagara, as Yanasicki will be called for the offensive foul. So the Saints already in the bonus with 15:39 to go, and Siena has committed 4 fouls already, so 10 fouls in the first 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
And Joe Mahalik definitely liked that call. He's been on the unlucky side this half with the whistle. With all those fouls being called, the Saints have not capitalized. They've only got the 3-point deep shot by Evan Hymes.
Nice look down low for a layup by Amin Tanksley. He's got 12 points.
6-0 run right now for the Purple Eagles.
To open up a 6-point lead.
Ties for their largest of the game.
Neither team led by more than 6 in that first half. Now Thomas has playing with 4 fouls. Yanasicki rebounds his own miss. And he just fouled out of the game with 15:08 to go. Joe Thomas, with 5 fouls in about 8 minutes, has fouled out of the game already. And to put OD Yanasicki at the line for 1-1. Not often do you see a player foul out with this much time left to go.
This could be close to a record. I know we haven't seen it, and we've been doing this for a long time.
So Devin White back in with 3 fouls. 1-1 coming up for OD. He's 2 out of 4 from the line tonight. Another foul. Trinity Burdine has picked up his 4th foul of the game. He's going to have to come out in all likelihood. Perhaps. Maybe not. 4 fouls for Burdine. Adu is yet to play in the second half. Neither is Davis Martins.
No hesitation from the Siena bench. Not even a thought to take Trinity out of the game.
So Burdine could follow Thomas in very early fashion if he picks up another foul. Had to play token defense there on the missed layup. Rob Poole snatches the loose ball. Yanasicki again. It's been a constant theme. Poole the loose ball. And Devin White the board. Saints have not scored in a long time. Marvin Jordan, another 3. Marvin Jordan came into this game just 3 of 18 from beyond the arc in his last 5 games. He is now 3 out of 4. And of those 3 that he had made, 2 of them came against Siena last week. So must love seeing the green and gold. Biggest lead of the game now for the Purple Eagles. Saints on a scoring drought. Pounded into Anasicki again. And another, a travel. A travel.
And Devon White thought that they were calling him for a foul. He had this incredulous look on his face, like, what am I supposed to do if you're going to call me for a foul there? Good call on the travel. Turnover Saints.
Davis Martins checks in. He'll replace Brett Bisping. Rich Adu will replace Trinity Burdine with 4 fouls.
Rich Adu, who started the game.
Saints have not scored in almost 5 minutes. 0 for 4 from the field during that span. Missed the free throw as well and have 3 turnovers in Niagara's 9-0 run. 18:48 mark, exactly 5 minutes ago, the last time the Saints scored a point. Again, open under the basket. Awkwardly goes to Mason. Martins the rebound and a foul. This is Devin White. Is it? It is. It's his 4th. That'll put Siena back at the line. Trinity Burdine back in, replacing Rob Poole. The Saints rolling the dice with Burdine. TJ Klein in for Devin White. And it'll put Davis Martins at the free throw line. Davis has only attempted 5 free throws this season. He has made 2 of them. 4th-year junior from Germany. Saints desperate for points here. This will be a 1-and-1. Wanye Green. Klein. Kind of an awkward pump fake and then a foul. Antoine Mason pushing off his 2nd. That'll put the Saints back at the free throw line, which is, I think, something we're going to be saying an awful lot here down the stretch.
Yeah, there's not a lot of flow to this game right now. And I think the players are getting frustrated because there's a lot of focus on contact, whether it's right or wrong, but there is not a lot of flow to this game, and the Saints have missed their last 2 free throws.
Hymes now 7 out of 8 from the line. Niagara kind of used to this. There's really temperatures flaring here. Jim Haney says he's got it under control. Last game Niagara played against Manhattan. Manhattan went 13 of 20 from the line. All right, average day. Niagara went 38 of 49. They shot 49 free throws in that game. Saints may shoot that many here. Hymes was 16. Saints now 14 of 19 from the line. Breaks the long scoring drought. Mason floats it up and in.
Tough shot, tough move right there. Strength to split the trap, elevation, athleticism, and a nice medium.
Lead back to 9. Antoine Mason taking the ball to the basket strong and floating it up over Davis Martins. Coming up on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, this Sunday, Siena on the road at Marist. That game will be televised from Poughkeepsie on these same stations. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel this Sunday, a 2 o'clock start from the McCann Arena in Poughkeepsie, New York. Saints and the Red Foxes. Saints back down by 9. And really in a danger zone here. Not scoring the ball, only 5 points in the first 7 minutes of the second half. Niagara, an explosive team that can put this game away in a hurry.
Well, the Saints have 1 field goal in the second half, and it still comes down to putting the ball in the basket, and you can't expect to score a lot of points from the foul line. You still need to make field goals, and the Saints just have not done that. Their offense has stalled, and a lot of that is the aggressive nature of Niagara at the defensive end. Man-to-man defense again for the Purple Eagles. The Saints will have to figure out this defense, get the ball inside to Anasicki, who's got a lot of attention.
Martins traveled. 8th turnover against Siena, so after only turning it over 4 times in the first half, 4 already here in the second.
Davis Martins getting some extended minutes in this game, and he's a young man that's he struggled to find his comfort zone on this team this season. Be nice to see him have kind of a solid game tonight.
Wanye Green, the rebound of the Jordan miss. Mason aggressively to the basket, wild shot. Rebounded by Hymes. Mason wanted the call there. Hymes slices to the rack and scores.
And that's too easy right there if you're Niagara. Evan Hymes doing a good job of attacking the rim. Evan running gingerly up the court, grabbing his calf. Hopefully that's not a cramp. He has been known to get those throughout his brief career.
And he leads the Saints with 18 points. 12 minutes left to go. Tanksley. Short layup is up and in.
Nice move right there by the left-handed Tanksley, able to spin off that right shoulder. Niagara doing a lot of damage against the zone along the baseline. They get the ball in the high post, that opens up the baseline.
Tanksley now leads the Purple Eagles with 14 points. Anasicki clears out Klein. 10 to shoot, Adu. Anasicki pushed Klein to the ground, will pick up a foul.
Yes, he did.
And a timeout with 11 and a half to go. Niagara's over. Evan Hymes leads all scorers with 18 points.
Well, he's leading the Saints in scoring in the second half as he has their 2 field goals. But he is using his quickness tonight because he's not going to be able to use his brawn, not against the backcourt of Wanye Green and Antoine Mason. Niagara has extended their lead to 9 points, and the Saints are teetering on danger zone. They can't allow Niagara to go on a run right now.
Let's head over to Marissa.
Guys, we talk about the fact that Evan Hymes has been known to have those cramps. Trainer Greg Dashnow rubbing ice on him, trying to keep him loose, and that guy has his work cut out for him. He's better known here as Hammer, and he said to me before the game, I kind of feel bad. I feel like it's my fault, but the Siena Saints, a lot of injuries right now. Greg Dashnow doing a great job trying to keep them healthy, guys.
All right, Marissa. Rakeem Brookins out with a back injury. Ryan Oliver with a knee injury. Emo Silas with an ankle injury. None of them in uniform tonight. Saints down 9. What are the stats to look for here in the second half? The Saints have had as many turnovers as assists, at least as many, in every single game this year. Mason, awkward 3, it's good. 13 for Mason. At halftime, the Saints had 10 assists and 4 turnovers. Now it's 10 and 8 as they're getting closer to that even up mark, and they're down by a dozen. Trying to generate something on offense. Anasicki's tip wouldn't go. Out of bounds to Siena.
Well, it's a byproduct of the ability to take care of the basketball, but it's also a byproduct of the offense. And are the players sharing the basketball, making that extra pass to find their teammates? And when you're not averaging a lot of assists, you have to say the answer is no. And right there, that play right there, even though almost a bucket for Evan Hymes, would not have resulted in an assist. It was a one-on-one play. Saints do retain possessions. They will attack this man-to-man defense for Niagara.
15 on the shot clock. Hymes buries the long three. 21 for Evan Hymes with 10:20 to go.
Well, he is single-handedly keeping this team in the ballgame. We just saw what the offense for the Saints has been able to muster up against the Niagara defense. 12 seconds to go, really nothing happening, and Hymes just hits a deep one.
Jordan couldn't answer. Burdeen's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls as Klein rebounds it. Jordan has missed a couple of threes in a row. Past the midway point of the second half. 59-50. Green steps into a 3, way off the mark. Rebounded by Yanosicki. Hymes pulls up from the free throw line and scores again.
Oh, that's nice basketball right there. Every coach's dream, a point guard.
.37 to go, down by 7.
Evan Hymes on a little bit of a roll.
Season high 23 for him.
Well, he just hits a deep 3 late in the shot clock. And then the Saints are able to get the long rebound from O.D. Yanosicki. They look to attack. There we see the deep 3. You don't need an offense to get those points. And then here we see in transition the smart play. Doesn't have any angles, doesn't have anyone cut to the basket. The defense lays off, and he's able to elevate and knock it down.
So the Saints call a timeout. They have 2 left. Niagara with 3 timeouts left. Siena pulls to within 7. Lemons back in the game for Niagara. Lemons yet to score. Averages about 4 points a game. Wanye Green has a path to the basket and scores easily.
And again, that's just too easy right there. The center of the zone for the Saints have just, it's been too soft.
15 for Green. Hymes again. Evan Hymes is on fire. 26 points for the sophomore. He is just heating it up right now.
It's exciting to watch. It's always nice to see an individual get going, and Evan Hymes right now has gotten it going.
He's got all of Siena's points in the second half. Martin's the athletic block. Yanosicki the board. Evan Hymes, 26 points, has pulled the Saints within 6.
And Evan Hymes looking to slow it up. I think he needs to push the tempo. That allows him to get open.
Evan Hymes feeds it for Martins out to Burdeen. Wild shot and a foul.
Wow, Trinity Burdeen got bailed out right there because he was in no man's land. He was either going to travel or throw up a weak shot. Instead, he'll go to the line and get 2 foul shots.
TJ Klein, his 4th foul of the game. So now Devin White and Klein with 4 fouls. Trinity Burdeen has 4 himself, is heading to the line.
Niagara may find itself in a precarious situation. They may have a limited bench left late in this game.
Well, there's a chance they may just have no big guys left in the game.
Or the players that will be left in the game won't want to foul, and they'll play token defense.
Burdeen to the line for 2.
Double figures for the sophomore.
2nd time this year for Trinity.
St. Bonaventure
had 16 in that game, a career high. Missed the last 6 games. But coming back and making an impact tonight. Richardou in for Burdeen. Devin White back in for Niagara. And it's a 4-point game with 8.5 to go.
First player other than Evan Hymes to score for the Saints in the second half.
Tanksley the open 3. Hymes the long rebound. Saints are on 3-on-2. Nice bounce pass to Poole, who lays it in.
Nice find right there from Evan Hymes. There's the assist that the Saints need.
12-2 run for Siena, 8:10 to go. Saints pulled within 2, and this crowd is energized. Wanye Green missed it. Davis Martin's the athletic rebound.
Better defense by the Saints, making Niagara shoot over the Saints. Contested shots, much better job. Good closeout rebound by Martins.
Martins didn't see the pass coming. Yanosicki has a path to the basket, kicks it out for Davis Martins. 3 for the lead. fight for the board, and a foul against Richard Dew, and a timeout. 7:39 to go. Siena has pulled to within 2.
Need a mortgage? No points, no PMI, no tax escrow, no broker fees, flexible lending options, and low mortgage rates.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As the business world changes, it's comforting to know some things don't, like trust. At UHY, our clients depend on us for assuring credibility and integrity in their financial reporting. Our professionals can respond to client needs to any point on the globe. And as industries evolve, our accounting, tax, and consulting services anticipate needs, risks, and opportunities. Throughout, UHY's principles and commitment to quality client service will never go out of style. UHY, the tradition continues.
Free interest-bearing checking accounts, free debit cards, and completely free use of over 50,000 ATMs worldwide, plus pre-wards, which earn you cash back. Move your money to Trustco Bank.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
61-59 Niagara with the lead. Saints have allowed their opponents to score 60 or more 13 times this year. They have lost every single one of those games, so this could be the first time they win, allowing 60 or more. Evan Hymes doing his part by scoring the first 16 points of the second half for Siena.
Well, in the NFL, if the road team can win each league's championship game, maybe the Saints can break that streak by scoring enough points to beat an opponent when they score over 60.
Evan Hymes, 7 out of 10 from the field, 4 out of 4 from downtown, 8 out of 9 from the line. Also has 5 assists, 26 points, a season high.
Scored Siena's first 16 points in the second half. That kept them in the game. Now you see them start to get some scoring from other players. Poole in transition, Burdine from the line. Something tells me we're going to have to hear from Mr. Anasicki if the Saints are going to try to beat a very good Niagara team.
OD with only 4 points and 8 rebounds. Antoine Mason will go to the free throw line for the first time. That's notable because he averages 7 free throw attempts a game and is an 80% free throw shooter. 6th in the MAC. $14 points for Mason. Make it 15, and the lead is 4. 7:35 to go. Saints down 63-59. Hymes, couple seconds to get it across. Does so just in time. Hymes down the lane, hangs in the air, missed the shot, he'll go to the line. Amin Tanksley, his third.
Evan Hymes right there using his quickness. You know, there you're looking at a player that is kind of feeling it. So he's using his speed and the quickness. Does a good job drawing contact.
Kind of leaned into Tanksley a little bit there. Evan to the line where he's 8 of 9. Evan well into double figures for the 10th time this season. Trinity Burdine replaces Rob Poole. So they'll leave Martins in the game. He's played well defensively in particular and rebounding the ball. Poole will get a breather. 7:25 to go. Evan Hymes has 28 points and the Saints trail by 2. Evan's career high is 30 at Mount St. Mary's last season. McCall, wild shot. And a foul.
They're going to get Trinity Burdine with his 5th.
Trinity Burdine has fouled out of the game with 7:07 to go. So that'll bring Rob Poole back into the game. Brett Bisping has not played much here in the second half. So the 5th foul against Burdine. Devin White to the line. Devin White makes the first. Joe Mahalik pleading his case, something he didn't like on the free throw line. Rob Poole, the rebound and the miss. Saints can tie with a 3.
Well, I think the mere fact that this is a one-possession game would make any Siena fan or coach very happy with just 7 minutes to go.
Kicked ball by McCall, especially considering Siena lost by 23 at Niagara last Thursday. Followed that up with a 32-point loss at Canisius on Saturday. But right in it here, amazing what the home court can do in college basketball.
And when you have one player riding the wave, Evan Hymes, that player for the Saints tonight, 28 points, single-handedly keeping them in this game.
Almost half of his team's points. Anasicki will go one-on-one. Hymes feeling it right now. McCall out on him. Instead, it's Poole, 3 for the tie. Well off the mark, Tanksley the rebound. Every possession so critical now. Wanye Green got Hymes off balance. Nice feed to McCall, who lays it in.
Good find. Wanye Green filling up the stat sheet for the Purple Eagles. I believe that's his 10th assist of the game.
He also has 8 rebounds, so he's in range for a triple-double. Needs 2 more rebounds for a triple-double. Wanye Green. Martins, strong take to the rack. Anasicki tips it in.
Set up by that strong move by Davis Martins. The Saints right now with a bigger lineup, so that means Tanksley has to guard Davis Martins. Advantage Saints. If Martins plays aggressive, that's an aggressive move. Good things happen. Anasicki on the weak side able to get the bucket.
Tanksley can't believe there's no foul on Anasicki. McCall blocked by Martins. Ball's loose. Saints have it. Hymes will push it. Rob Poole, 3 for the tie again. Couldn't get it to go, and then Adu fouls.
Not a smart foul right there. Not a smart foul. No way Richard was going to get that rebound. You can't reach for it in this game.
And it'll put Tanksley at the free throw line, where he is 4 out of 6 and 66% for the season, so right at his season average. Shooting 1-1. Missed the front end. Poole clears the board. Really physical McCall on Hymes, preventing him from getting the ball. The face guarding Hymes now. Hymes yet to touch the ball in this possession with 17 to shoot. Off of Adu, out of bounds.
Saints just not reading the screens, the ball screens well. They had Anasicki, 3 Niagara defenders near the three-point line. If OD rolled hard and that pass is not deflected, that's an easy dunk.
9 turnovers for Siena. Niagara in this entire game has turned it over twice.
That's amazing.
It is amazing in this day and age. McCall, tough shot is up and in.
Going right at Davis Martins. Strong move.
Timeout. White, senior, Philadelphia. Tajir McCall, freshman, Philly. Wanye Green, Philly, sophomore. Amin Tanksley, sophomore, Philly.
Well, Joe Mahalik, a Philly product, played high school basketball there. Spent many a year roaming the sidelines at LaSalle for Speedy Morse in some of the, well, in the best era of LaSalle basketball, mid to late 80s, early 90s. And then he moved on to Niagara, and he's done great things. Longest tenured coach in the MAC.
Has led them to 2 MAC championships. And You get the feeling, looking at this young core he has, that he could be putting a third banner up in the rafters sometime in the next few years.
Very easily. This league is wide open, and Niagara has kind of indicated that this very well could be their season. I think before the season started, a lot of people thought Loyola would go back-to-back in Loyola's last season in the MAC. But Niagara has played well in the early going, at least in their first 8 games, obviously.
7-1, currently in first place. Adu, awkward shot, got it to go.
Athletic play right there by the freshman from Canada.
First 2 of the game for Rich Adu makes it a 3-point game with 4:15 to go.
The final, Canisius beats Ryder 67-50.
So Ryder falls to 6-3. Canisius improves to 6-3 in the MAC. Niagara at 7-1. Saints 2-6. Tanks lead. Fight for the board. Rob Poole's got it. Hymes dribbling through traffic, hounded and fouled. And a timeout. Evan Hymes will go to the line after the timeout. Tajir McCall, his third. Antoine Mason, Niagara's leading scorer, has had a quiet 15 points.
Yeah, it's a back-to-back threes in the first half that were big, that got Niagara going. Antoine Mason is a scorer. You're not going to keep scorers down for too long. 3 3-point shots made, 2 foul shots. He's been quiet in the other categories, just 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He usually fills up the stat sheet much like Wanye Green. But Wanye Green has been the guy. 15 points, 10 assists. 8 rebounds for the sophomore point guard.
2 blocks as well. He has played the entire game. Devin White in there with 4 fouls. Joined by Wanye Green, Amin Tanksley, Tajir McCall, and Antoine Mason. Niagara's starting 5. Saints with Evan Hymes, Rich Adu, Rob Poole, O.D. Anasicki, and Davis Martins. Evan to the line for 2 shots, where he is 10 out of 11. Evan Hymes, averaging just over 10 points a game this year, has tied a career high with 30 points. And the Saints trail 68-67 with 3:45 to go.
Evan Hymes has beaten his season average from the line alone.
Green. Tanksley, the big rebound.
That's a big rebound right there for the Purple Eagles.
Another possession here with a 1-point lead and 3:30 to go. McCall. Adu, good size on Green. Instead, it's down low. Devin White, he traveled.
Saints dodge a bullet right there. White should have gone up strong. Neither Martins or Anasicki wanted to foul. And that could have been another lay-in. Instead, it's a turnover. Niagara has not had a lot of them. Just their 3rd turnover of the game.
3:10 to go. 68-67. Saints down 1 with the ball. Saints have not led since there was 2 minutes left in the first half. Hymes trying to change that. Hymes turns it over. Devin White just took the ball away from him.
Yeah, he didn't protect the ball well enough in traffic. Had the ball over his head. That's one of the easiest places to have it stolen or taken away out of your hands.
Mason wide open for 3. And another offensive rebound for Niagara, Tajir McCall.
In a 1-point game, you have to come up with defensive rebounds. And that's not one player. That's all 5, especially long rebounds. Long rebounds are about hustle.
Devin White lays it in. 7 points for White. Saints down 3 with 2:20 to go.
Second chance opportunity for the Purple Eagles pays off.
Foul, nope, kickball. Kickball will keep the shot clock at 22. 2:10 remaining. Saints have been battling from behind this entire second half. Niagara led by as much as 12 with 11 minutes left to go. But behind the efforts of a career-high 30 points from Evan Hymes, Saints need some more from him. He'll take it down the lane. What a look to Anasicki, who will dunk it. Beautiful pass from Evan Hymes. Makes it 70-69. Under 2 minutes to go.
A little bit of creativity, adds some excitement to the evening for the Saints. They cut it to 1. Now the Saints need to box out and rebound. That has been their Achilles heel the last 2 possessions, giving up offensive rebounds for the Purple Eagles.
17 to shoot. Timeout Niagara. 1:30. Six assists, playing one of the greatest games of his career.
Well, he is a player that simply can put the ball in the basket. So it doesn't matter how big or small you are, if you can put it in the basket. And there we see the exciting behind-the-back pass for the easy Anasicki dunk.
That was tonight's assist of the game, brought to you by UHY LLP, the Capital Region's leading choice for professional tax and business consulting services. 1:35 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Niagara with Mason, Green, White, Tanksley, and Jordan has checked in for McCall. Saints with Adu, Hymes, Martins, Poole, and Anasicki. Green will have the ball with 13 to shoot. Huge possession. Hymes D's up on him. Green gets by him. Green, nice shovel to Devin White, who dunks it.
Similar play right there. Both point guards setting up their big men for easy dunks. The Saints give up the dribble penetration after the high ball screen.
11 assists for Wanye Green. 3-point lead. Hymes, beautiful behind the back dribble. Kicks it out. Poole, 3 for the tie. Wanye Green the rebound. Now 1:05 left. Saints can afford to play one more possession straight up. Will Niagara run the clock down? A score here would make it a 2-possession game.
Well, here's the other thing about having 2 very confident offensive players in Mason and Green. You know they want to take the shot, and they don't have to. Because O.D. Anasicki just fouled Antoine Mason.
An 80% free throw shooter with about 17 on the shot clock, and that'll put Mason at the line for 2. Tajir McCall in. Marvin Jordan out. I'm not sure if Odie was even trying to foul him there, but didn't make much of an effort to get out of the way. .17 for Mason. 2 big free throws with 51 seconds left. Saints down 5. See if the Saints can get Evan Hymes a shot here. Saints taking a lot of time. 40 seconds left. Evan turns it over. Saints have to foul. They foul.
Ball knocked away from behind. McCall, long arms.
31 seconds left. Wanye Green to the line. Wanye Green to the line where he is 2 for 2, and he is now, I mean, you want to talk about something we haven't seen in a long time. A triple-double here at the Times Union Center. He is 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Wanye Green, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. An incredible game by Green.
31 seconds, still plenty of time, but the Saints cannot take their time getting the ball over half court. They need to attack.
Down 7 now. Nobody for the Saints wants to take a shot. They turn it over again. Wanye Green is fouled, and Niagara looks like they're going to win this with 21 seconds left.
Well, there's where the aggressive defense pays off, and the Saints need to play through contact. You're not going to get the ticky-tack fouls late in the game. You have to be strong with the ball and make plays, and the Saints on back-to-back possessions were not strong with the basketball. Last time it was Evan Hymes. That time it was Davis Martins.
Wanye Green adding to his total. 8-0 run for the Purple Eagles now at crunch time to open up a 9-point lead with 21 seconds left. Evan Hymes. Desperation three, and that'll do it. That will do it. Niagara will improve to 8-1 in the MAC. Their best start in school history in conference play. Saints will fall to 2-7.
Well, in a game that was mired with a lot of whistles being blown, a tough, hard-fought game, tough loss for the Saints, but Niagara really gritted out a road victory. They got a great game from Wanye Green and tough defense at the end, and some of those offensive rebounds really hurt the Saints. Purple Eagles crashed the glass, able to get some second-chance points late, and they came up with the scores when they needed it.
Marissa's got Coach Bonagero.
Thanks, guys. Mitch, obviously no such thing as a moral victory. Coming into this game, you told us this was one you really thought you had, and your team did play extremely well here.
Yeah, we played well. We just didn't play well down the stretch. Too many mistakes in the last 3 minutes, and against a team like Niagara, it's going to be tough to beat them.
Mistakes aside, a great night out of Evan Hymes, 30 points, and he was one of the big reasons that this one was as close as it was. Just talk about his play.
He was terrific. I mean, he played almost the whole game, so he was tired too. I mean, he really played a great game.
It's just two guys on the bench when you look over because a lot of guys dealing with injuries. This was a gritty game for you guys coming in. When you knew those three were out, did you think it was going to be as tight as it was?
Well, we played well at home all year, Marissa, and I think it's a team that has a lot of fight in it, and they showed tonight we can play with anyone in the league.
Last question, not too much time to think about this one because you guys are hitting the road to take on Marist on Sunday, a team that is struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, so we got to be ready for that one.
Mitch Bonagero, thank you so much for your time. Siena Saints back in action on Sunday, so like I said, not too much time to think about this one. Robert, let's send it back to you.
All right, Marissa, thank you. 78-69, Niagara wins it. We're back with the postgame.